Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. If you think El Salvador is responsible for this latest dip, you need to watch this video. I'm using Bitcoin as a scope into the entire market. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the ending diagonal that I've been talking about since August 6th. We're going to compare similarities to this latest flash crash and the April crash. Now, right away, I'm seeing these YouTubers and stuff pump the notion that this is somehow El Salvador's responsibility. They're doing that Bitcoin has crashed the price this much. And folks, I'm here to tell you that El Salvador doesn't have jack squat to do with what is going on right now. We are looking at an ending diagonal that has been forming since the end of July. I've been talking about this since about August 6th when I first caught on to it. But with that said, this is a naturally occurring pattern that forms in the markets. We can see this going back to April. If you guys remember what the most relevant news was back in April when the crypto market crashed, it was Elon Musk. He took the blame for it. Whoever is the most controversial headline at the time takes the blame for whatever is going on. Because people like to point fingers very quickly and try to jump to some sort of conclusion as to what is going on. So with that said, let's just switch over to a 12-hour chart because I really want to get the full gauge of what exactly it is going on. And actually, I just readjusted to a 12-hour chart. Or I'm sorry, a daily chart. My goodness. So with that said, I'm going to look at the candle that broke the ending diagonal. And we can see that it's roughly 18%. In fact, I think it might be 18%. With that said, let's go ahead and measure the current candle, and we can get 18%. So are we seeing history repeat itself? Yes and no. We've got the ending diagonal pattern going. We've got the triple tops on the trend line. We've got different candles. This was a full-blown candle with no wick at the top to the downside. People bought this dip big time, and they paid the price for it as well. So I'm seeing at the beginning of this daily candle, people pushed the price too high, and then it just flash crashed because there was just no support left. And this is exactly what's going on right now, is the ending diagonal is doing exactly what nature intended it to do. Now, as I've said in the previous videos that I've done, I've been worrying about some sort of death cross or something like that happening. It could be very much on the table still at this point, but for now, we need to look at the bigger bearish picture of what exactly is going on with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, since April, has been in a downtrend, and don't let anybody convince you that it hasn't been. As of right now, this trend line looks like it's pointing downwards. So with that said, we can measure, and this is very speculative, off the notion that history will repeat itself, because I think I've drawn the pretty good argument that so far history has, in fact, repeated itself when we look at the patterns, the candle wicks, all that. We got a 54% retracement within, well, let's see how long of a period. 35 days, we got a 54% retracement. Now let's measure from this high, 35 days out, at a 54% retracement. We'll just put it somewhere down in here. And we're sitting at about a $24,300 Bitcoin. And in last month's video, when I was speculating that we might fall to a $23,000 Bitcoin, I got called every single name in the book. And this is very speculative, folks. I'm not saying that we're going to crash down to these levels, but I want you to be aware as to what could possibly be going on. We are seeing history repeat itself. And if you've watched these videos, you will know that I have talked very openly about the weekly Bitcoin bounce. And nobody else is talking about this. You can see that, right in this area was a nice bounce back in the 13 crypto rally. We saw a single bounce off the 50 moving average. Now, in 2017-18, everybody remembers that glorious run. We got a single bounce off the 50 moving average. And what are we seeing? Well, even in 2019, I know coronavirus was here. Single bounce off the 50 moving average. And what's happening now? We are seeing, price action slow down. And we are seeing the possibility of a single bounce off the 50 moving average. All of this stuff I've been talking about for the last month. So with that said, by the end of September, maybe early October, I would say at this point in time of this video, there is a chance for a $23,000 Bitcoin. Call me whatever you want in the comments, Mr. Doom and Gloom, but I called it exactly how I see it in my TA. I'm not here to be the moon boy or be the bear boy. It is what it is, and I will trade accordingly. Lucky for me, I liquidated all of my crypto assets this morning. Once I saw us make this formation off this high here. I said, I'm out. An hour later, market crashes. So I didn't even have enough time to post a warning. It just happened a lot sooner than I thought it would. And on the 1 hour chart, we can kind of see how we might be forming some sort of symmetrical triangle here. Like I said, I think this might be gearing up for another leg down, as much as I hate to even say that. I'm not trying to scare anybody. So with that said, folks, do your own research. This is not financial or technical advice. Do not do what I do. You have to make sure that you make your own independent decision when it comes to your next move. The market could rebound from here and hit all-time highs. Whatever the whales want is what is going to happen. At this point in time, I just think that things are looking shaky. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, big shout out, huge shout out to all the Patreons. Thank you for all the love and support. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, it's $3 a month. You can get your name, YouTube channel name. You can get your business name up on this banner. And folks, I'll catch you on the next video.